Assalamu alaikum and welcome everybody to the Halal Times YouTube channel. So today the topic which we're going to discuss is about the 10 haram foods Muslims think are halal. But of course, we got to have a detailed understanding of why they are haram. But a lot of people, a lot of us think that they are halal. So we need to differentiate between the two very clearly. That's why this topic becomes very important for all of us. As you might know, if you visited our website, halaltimes.com, that we've been talking about halal foods as well as haram foods on these pages for a long period of time now. We even touched upon the topic of fake halal food extensively. So, but what are the haram or forbidden foods for Muslims? Why should we not eat them? The following list of haram foods is about the food which are generally considered halal by many Muslims, but actually haram. How can you avoid eating these haram foods? The only way to do so will be to confirm the ingredients of everything you eat. You may also want to verify whether these foods are actually halal by confirming the halal certified label on their packing if available. This information may especially be helpful for those living in non-Muslim countries, as it becomes an important and everyday question for all of us, for all of them, to verify the ingredients of the foods they want to consume on a day-to-day basis. We've tried to take a cautionary approach while preparing the following list, and we would welcome your thoughts on this important topic for us all. Please feel free to comment on this if you believe that some of the information given below is wrong. So some of the foods mentioned below might be halal in certain places, but we need to confirm whether they were prepared according to traditional Islamic regulations. So what are the 10 haram foods generally considered halal by Muslims? The very first one which we would like to discuss is basically about the chocolates which contain alcohol. Certain kinds of chocolates can contain alcohol. The ingredients of these chocolates should be carefully checked before consumption. If they contain alcohol, then obviously they are haram without any question. The second food which generally Muslims think that it is halal, but of course it's not, is Jell-o. It's a typical dessert containing gelatin, which is a protein derived from collagen, which is found in pig's bones and skin. So can we find halal Jell-o? Maybe not. Let's be on the safe side and avoid it, as it is not suitable for a halal diet. Most gelatins are derived from pork skins, pork and cattle bones, or split cattle hides. The third food which a lot of Muslims think is halal is red candy. Anything red that tastes extremely sweet in the candy category, which is often dyed with the food coloring of carmine, which is made from dead crushed insects, is produced by insects that are boiled with sodium carbonate to get the red dye. There is a difference of opinion among the 4 Sunni schools of thought about this issue. Hanafi school considers all the types of insects and bugs completely forbidden. Malikis allow them to eat. However, both Shafi'i and Hanbali schools of thought allow eating some bugs, but not the others. So you may want to decide which school of thought you follow in terms of eating bugs depending on you. The fourth such food is instant fried tofu. It's often used as a meat substitute for vegans, sometimes fried in pork fat to maintain its crispiness. We recommend all Muslims check the ingredients before using tofu. Unfortunately, a lot of Muslims tend to think that all types of tofu are halal. Of course, it's not true. The fifth such food we're going to discuss is cheese fondue. It's prepared in wine or alcohol, so it should be avoided. But if alcohol is not used in preparing it, you may want to use it. However, in most cases, it's prepared in wine. As we've been living in Japan for a long time now, we personally think that Japanese food, in most cases, are haram. Why? The Japanese people use soy sauce, which is generally made of wine. Another problem with the Japanese food is most of the time they want to use alcohol just to improve its taste. They also use mirin to prepare these dishes. Marine is made from rice wine, which is somewhat similar to sake. Sake, of course, as you know, is haram no matter what brand it may be. So the seventh food which we're going to discuss is marshmallows. They also contain gelatin, so they are haram. However, there are also vegan gelatin, vegan types that are considered halal. The eighth food is called cheesecake. Most cheesecakes contain gelatin to set the cheese as fermenting agents. So be sure about the ingredients before you eat the cheesecake. The ninth one is salad dressing. While eating, if you find it different, make sure that you don't have baked fat topping sauce. So you should be careful or use olive seeds instead. In Japan, haram source is very common. So we do not use any dressing on the salad when we go to any Japanese or traditional Japanese restaurant. However, some manufacturers in Japan and of course in many other countries as well, they've started making vegan dressing as well. Of course, that's okay to consume. The last but not the least food which we would like to warn today is cake mix. Sometimes it's made with pork fat, so avoid eating it no matter how tasty it may be. So guys and gals, as mentioned earlier, the best way to avoid eating haram food is to confirm the ingredients of these foods and how they were processed before consuming. The above guidelines may be used for Muslims in countries where Muslims are in a minority. Why we are mentioning this? It's possible that in most Muslim countries, the authorities, the halal food authorities in respective Muslim countries, they already might have taken precautionary measures. So all these the foods are prepared in a halal way. So thank you so much for listening to us. Inshallah, in a few days' time, we'll be able to present another episode from the Halal Times. Thank you. Jazakumullah, and inshallah talk to you later. Assalamu alaikum.